Hey, welcome to lostherogames. Today, thought I would just do a nice, relaxed, chill Pokédex binder. It's been a while since I've updated the binder, so got it sitting out here. Do got a stack of cards that still need to be put into the binder. Nice little set that we've got. You can see on the screen I've got listed what shows we have a total of 496 Pokemon so far that we've collected. We still have 529 left to gather, so we are almost halfway. So that is pretty good progress, I would say. Gen 1 is almost completely full. We have, I think, 7 Pokemon left out of Gen 1. Either Vaporeon, Seaking. So yeah, there's only a few. Farfetch'd, Golem. So yeah, Alakazam. There's only a few we need from Gen 1. The 151 set was a huge help in getting the first generation of them done. So, but you can see also we've got some older cards in there from Gen 1, some yellow borders. Was opening a lot of Japanese cards, so we do have a lot of Japanese in here also. So, but they work. Japanese, English, we'll take them. Yellow border, silver. I think it all works. It still shows that we got. So, but that's pretty much the agenda for today. Not much. Just gonna be a relaxing, chill. We're gonna sit back and just kind of fill in some cards. Hopefully we can make it, let's see, what, 490 something? Yeah, 496. So, I don't know, what is that, probably what, 30, 40 cards there? So that should put us more than over halfway. So, and we're going to try to do this more often. That way we can see how close we're getting to completing the challenge. So I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in to our first card. There we go. And that is Pokemon number 352. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'll show you basically the process I have here. Set that down for a second. So I actually have, I've made a little sheet. I'll pull that up on the screen for you. Basically what this does, it breaks down every page. So if you look at the top, it says, well, it says age. It's supposed to say page. I think I'm slid over just a little bit. So, but yeah, that should say page instead of age. But okay, here, we'll slide that over. And you never even notice. It looks like you just cut off. Okay, so anyway, so page 1. So that would be page that we're on right now, the very first page of Pokédex. And you come over here and it tells you that it should be Pokemon number 1 till 9 on that page. So we've got Pokemon 1 through 9 on that page. So let's go ahead and take that off the screen, and you look, you got Pokemon 1 all the way through up to Pokemon number 9. So say we go, like it says page 23 here in the corner. Let's go ahead and pull that back up. And if you look at, where's 23? 23 is right here. So, and that shows us that Pokemon number 199 to 207 are on that page. So that just makes it a lot easier for me to pull card, look at the number and go, okay, jump over to that chart, look at it, and say, okay, yeah, he goes there. So that makes it that much easier to find them and see where they go. So everything. Oh, okay. Ginger Fox, hey, welcome in. Good day to you. Hope it's going well. So 352 was our first Pokemon. So let's pull up my chart. 352 is actually the first card on page 40. So let's get to page 40. And it's the first card, so I'll go ahead and get that slid in. And then we need to go to our little chart here. And 352, we'll go down till we find it. There we go. So you've got the number of the Pokemon, number 352, his name. Come over here, click that, and there we go. Added to the binder. Okay. Next Pokemon, number 573. So let me go look at my chart. 573 is going to be page 64. 64. 573, so we got 76, 75, 74, 73, and we'll get him slid in. There we go. And we'll mark that one off. 64, 573. Okay, Gen 5, yes, 573. There we go, and we can double check to make sure. It says we have the one right before it, which if you look, we do. So that is the right spot and the right card, and that puts us a little bit closer. So, and the next one, Pokemon we're gonna add. Come on, there we go. Number 589, and we're actually right there with it. So 589. There we go. We will mark him off. Go to our page. See what 589 is. 589 is going to be page 66. Okay. 89. So we have 166, 86, 87, 88, 89. We'll slide that in. And it says we should have the 2 before it. So if you look there, it does show that we have the 2 before it. So that is the right position for that one. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing today, is just going through adding these cards. Okay, so next one is 621. So let's see, is it still going to be the same gen? It is, same gen. Okay, so 621 is going to be page 69 on the last spot, which you can see is right there. So let's go ahead and get that added in. There we go. Okay, next one is 556. Trying to move that so you guys can make sure you guys can see pretty good. There you go. 556. Is that the same gen? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, here we got Maractus. Yeah, right there, 556. Okay. And where is 556? Is going to be page 62. So staying on the same generation here. 63, 62. Okay, so that's 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. Spot empty. There we go. Okay, got that added in. Got it marked off there, so we're good. And we'll look for the next one. So we've got Torchit, which is 255. Okay, so 255. Is that gonna be beginning of Gen 3? I think I would know these. Okay, so he's 255. Torchit, we'll mark him. 255, going by the chart, is going to be page 29. Oh, too far. There we go, 29. Okay, so page 29, 255. So the first card, like I said, I'll pull that chart back up for you guys to see. So if we look at page 29, the first card's going to be 253, 253, 254, 255. There we go. We'll get him slid in. And we've got it marked already right there, showing us that we have it. Okay. And let's go ahead and see what we got next. Number 555. So we'll go down here, switch generations. 555. We do need. Okay, so 555. And we'll pull up my little chart. He's going to be on page 62. Flip that over. And he actually goes right before practice. So get that slid in. There we go. And we got that marked. Good. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our next card, which is going to be, what is that? 7. Come on, focus. There we go. 743. So we'll jump back. That will be Gen 7. 743. Movie. There we go. We'll mark that off as having it. 743. Go for our other chart here. 43 is going to be page 83. There we go. And looking at it, if I should come right before it. So we will slide that one in Pokédex. And that's pretty much the gist of what we're going to be doing today. Just filling the binder and going through like that. Okay, he's in. So if we jump back all the way to the first Gen 1 page here and scroll down, you can see we're already up to 504 Pokemon. So we need to hit what? Basically 511 to be halfway. Almost halfway. So let's go ahead and we'll keep going. Okay, our next Pokemon is number 860. Sorry for that, I had to look at the little bitty number. And if you look, our Pokédex number is actually listed right there. It's a little bitty print, so just look there and see what it is. This one is 860. So we'll jump all the way back. Gen 8. Go down to 860. There we go. Check him. There, we got it. Go here, and we're looking for page 96. Okay, there's 97, so 96 is here. And he is number 860, which is, so that's 56, 57, 58, 59. 60. Does that look right? That is 2 Pokemon on either side of him. It does. It does. Okay. And we put him in his spots. There we go. There we go. I did kind of go through these cards before to make sure I didn't have them. So there may be some in here that I do have that I didn't check real good. But most of these I'm pretty sure we don't have in the binder. So it'll be pretty good. Okay, so now we've got, come on, there we go, Rockruff, which is 744. So let's find him. Oh, almost right there where he's at. Here we go, 744. 744 is going to be page 83. I'm sure you guys don't want me clicking that big spreadsheet every time, so unless you do, then just say it and I'll pull up the spreadsheet so you guys can see where I'm looking up the page number at. But Rockruff goes right after the card we put in just a little while ago. We'll put him in the binder. There we go. There we go. Good deal. Good deal. And our next card going in is number 352. 352. So let's Gen 3, yes, 352. And looking at this, it looks like he's in the binder already. So let's double check just to make sure. And he would be on page 40. This one we put in just a while ago, possibly. It's 41 and 40. So yeah, so he is actually already in our binder. So like I said, I thought I checked through most of these and we didn't have them, but there could be a few that did slip through. So, but he will be pulled out and set to the side with our extras, and we will just jump to the next one. Okay, here's our next Pokemon going in, which is 573. Okay, 573. Okay, looks like we have that one too. Maybe I didn't check these. And I know we just put him in just a little while ago. So we'll go ahead and pull him out. We just put him in. Okay, so 573 would be 573 is page 64. So we'll just double check. You know, we make mistakes once in a while. But that we did not. Like I said, he wasn't in there, we added him, so that's probably why this card's in the stacks and he wasn't in there, but that one will get set to the side also. So, let's go with our next one. Here we go, and it is number 616? 616, which is in the same generation. So it's, yes. There we go, so we got that marked. 616 is actually page 69, so real close. And it looks like he's gonna go there. Is that where he's at? Let me double check, make sure this is right. 616, 13, 14, 15, 16. Make sure that's good. Check. So it's 14, 15, 16. And it does look like we're doing pretty good. Okay, so just had to double check the names in Japanese. Even though I should know most of these names, it is hard to keep up with 1,025 different Pokemon. If we go back to Gen 1 though, I'm really good at Gen 1. But you start getting in these later gens, Gen 5. The middle section pretty much was out of Pokemon for a while, so might have a little bit of trouble. 371. Let's go look up this guy. 371. Okay, so this one we do need. There we go. 371 is going to be page 42 in the second spot. 42. Wow, we have no cards on that page. First card on the page. There we go. Let's go. Like that. Like that. Got that marked off. That puts us down to needing 517. Let's go check our count again. So we're up to 508 Pokemon in the collection so far. 517 more to go. Almost halfway. A few more and we will hit the halfway mark. So, next Pokemon in the set, the number is 278. Is this Pokédex number? So, would that be the end? Nope, beginning of Gen 3. 278. We can go, there we go. We'll mark him off and look at our chart for 278, which is going to be 31. Is that right? Page 31? Yes. Page 31. 33. 31. And Pokemon 278 on page 31 will be spot number 8. There we go. And that is filled in. There we go. So just in case you want to see again the list I'm using right here. And so if we look for the 278 is right here. So just look on that. So it's page 31. Should be card 271, 278, or 279. 278 would be the 8th spot on that page. So that's again how I'm looking them up. It took a while to make that chart, but it definitely saves me a lot of time. So definitely saves some time. I'm going to take that off the screen, and we will go for our next Pokemon. Here we go. We got a little bit of Japanese cards. Focus. I think that's card 4. Is that 425? Yeah, card number 425. So go back down here. Go down to Gym 4. Card 425 for Bloom. We do need. Looking at our spreadsheet. 425 is going to be page 48. So pretty close. Oh, wrong direction. Gotta learn to count. 48. Okay, here's our page 48, and looking at the card 425, so we get 24, so that'll be 25, and looking at that, so he should be right there. There we go, another card added to the binder. Nice, nice, nice. And our next card for the binder, Pokédex number 171, Gen 2, 171 Lantern. We'll mark him. 171 is the last spot, page 19. Page 19. Oh, back to Gen 1. There we go. Last spot on there. So there's the evolution. There we go. There we go. Nice little card there. Okay, let's look at our next one going in. That's 627. Sorry about that. I'm going to try to read what the number is. 627. So let's find that one. It's going to be under Gen 5. 627. Rufflet? Yep. There we go. We got it marked. And 627. 627 is going to be page 70. Okay. One thing I don't like about these ring binders is these don't always stay the way they should be. Sometimes pages get snagged. So, but it's the only way you can fit. Well, that's not true, because Voltex does have the Pokédex binder they came out with now. So, but this was the binder and the challenge we got from the Pokemon Godfather, who was doing the Pokédex challenge with a group of us, which actually was completed already by somebody. So we're just finishing it out for the fun of it, just for the challenge for us, for the channel. So Rufflet, see, will go right before the evolved form. Nice evolved card there. So, like I said, and eventually once we get it caught up, we'll upgrade a lot of our cards. You gotta love. There we go. Kind of show off the evolved form of it. Kind of off the screen a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we got that marked off. Rufflets. Okay, so next we got Gimbal Rule, which is card number 999. So, jump to Gen 9, look for card 999, and here we are right there. Mark Gimbal, card 999, I'm gonna guess is going to be page 111. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, yeah. Okay, 111. And spots. Last spot on the page. There we go. Cool. Okay, next one. Let's see. Is 755. Come on, focus. There we go. 755. Jump back a few generations. 755. Molo. Moila. Molu. Okay. 755. Looks like page 84. So flip back a little bit. There's 83. There's 84. And we're looking for 755. That's 56, so that would be 55. There we go. Nice little card added in. So, not too bad. Not too bad. Let's jump back to the first one and see. So, we are over halfway now. So, we have 514 Pokemon in the binder, and we have 511 left to gather. And, off the camera, we still have a nice little stack of cards to go. So, with that said, let's go ahead and get our next one. Looks like, show the camera, look at the number, 786. So, jump back, turn 786. There we go, mark that. Go to our other chart, 786 is going to be page 88, so just a few pages over. Another page that is empty. Wow. Love all these pages are empty. So 86, so 84, 85, 86. Got a card on the page. There we go. Be nice if you put a card here. So, without hesitation, let's go ahead and jump to our next one. Look at the number real fast. 975. There we go. And it's going to be real close to where we're at already. So 975. We'll mark that. 975 is going to be the first card on page 87. There we go. Put that one in. And let's keep rolling on. Okay, next one. 328. 328. Jump back generation. Scroll down. 328. Mark him. Look up here. See where 328 is going to be. It's going to be on page 37. 37. So jump back a few pages. 37. Here we go. On page 37, and let's see. The card is going to be 328. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. And we look at we got the card before it, behind it, and before it. So that's the spot he goes. And there we go. Total Pokemon left to gather is 508. So I will say we would definitely be in the 400s left after we get all this done. So nice little collection to add in today. Number 226 is our next Pokemon. I don't think it's, yeah, it's going to be Gen 2, 226. And scroll down. There they are. Go back up to our other chart. 226 is the first card on page 26. Oh, one page too many. First card. Like that. Coming close to getting that page complete. You always gotta like our nicer cards that we have in the binders. Always show up. Looks so good. Can't forget Milkcake. Or DPM. There we go. And then you got his Houndoom over here. Shout out to DPM. Okay, and let's look at our next card, which is 785. So let's go look. Show you guys. Come on, zoom, focus. There we go. Didn't want to focus. 785. We already have that one. No, we have the one almost like it. Okay. So 785. 785 is going to be page 88, second card. So we're going for page 88. There's page 87. 88. There we go. That was a card. So the second card on that page. So 2 cards on that page today. Definitely good deal. Good deal on that. And let me see, the number on the next one is 484. 484. Jump to Gen 4. 484. There we go. We'll mark him. Looking at my chart, 484 is page 54. And 54, 53, 54. And it looks like it should be there. Let me double check. 84, so that's 654. So that is where it goes. Good deal. Nice cards. Okay. So, before we do this, let me show off some icons and emotes in chat to get the Pokemon out there. And of course, you're going to spam my favorite Pokemon. I'm going to put Snorlax out there for all you to see. There we go. That way you all can see my favorite Pokemon, Snorlax. Gotta love the emote Snorlax. Okay, and let's go back to the card. 352. Okay. Gen 3. Scroll down to 352. And we have him in the collection already. But let's go ahead and double check just to make sure. And that's page 40, spot 1. I'm pretty sure that we did add that one already. Yep. There we go. But I think I'm gonna add this one just because of reverse follow. I like that one a little bit better. So see, it's always good to check to see if it's in there. That way we kind of just upgraded from just the regular card to the reverse hollow, which just looks a little bit better, I think, in my opinion. So we will go with that. Okay, next card. 855. That number sounds familiar. Did we already do this one too? Let's look. No, we did not. 855. There we go. And 855 is the last card on page 95. Okay, big flip to the back. 97, 95. I said it was the last card on page 95. Is that right? Yes. One more card on this page, and we are complete. See a nice little fancy card up there in the corner. Looking good, looking good. Okay, next card. Number 320, Walmer. Let's flip. Number 320. Yep. There we go. We got him marked off. Number 320 is page 36. So flip towards back a ways. Did I say it was 36? Yes. 37, 36. And on page 36, it is, what did I say? It's 320. So this is actually 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. And we look at it, there should be an empty spot after it, a card before it. So slide him in on his spots right there. And that puts it in there. 2 cards left on that page. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so jump back, see what our count is now. We're at 522 Pokemon in the binder, so we are over halfway. Yay, congratulations. We are over halfway to the 1,025 Pokemon in the set. Let's keep pushing forward. Let's keep going. So, our next one is 337. Okay? So, 337. Go to Gen 3. Look right there. 337. There's Rotone. Okay, so 337. It's going to be page 38, which we are right there. Okay, so 38. So, and he is going here, is that right? Page 38. Okay, 34, 35, 36, 37. That is where he is going. So it shows the card after him. There should be an empty spot before him. Yep. So he is in the right position. And let's go to our next card. He is 552. Next card added to the binder. Jump over to Gen 5, 552. There he is. Check our chart real fast. 552 is page 62. Okay, there we go. Page 62. And I believe it's going to be that spot. Let me double check. So what are we on 552? That's 505152. So there we go. Nice little card added in. Okay. This is number 212 is our next card going in the binder. There we go. Focus. Okay. And down there. There he is. So 212 is going to be page 24. So we're going back to the beginning. Well, not page 24. There we go. And looks like he goes right there. Is that correct? So on page 24, so we got 26, 27, 28. No, what are we doing? Page 24, right? Yes, that's 208, 209, 210, 211, 212. And it should say we have him after it. Yep. Definitely don't want to put him in the wrong spot because that would be a lot of work moving him. If I found out I messed up one, like especially in the beginning, that means everything afterwards needs to be shifted. So hopefully we're on track and everything's going the way it should be. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back. We have 525 Pokemon. We have 500 left. So this will be our next Pokemon going in the binder, number 305, and he will officially put us under 500 Pokemon left to gather. Okay, so jump there. Is it 305? There we go. 305 is on page 34. 34. And he is the second to last spot. Should be a bug spot in the card. So there we go. And now we are down to 499 Pokemon left to get. That is awesome. So more than halfway over. So we are doing great. We are doing great. Okay, next card. 734. 734. Gen 734. There you are. 734 is going to be page 82. 82. Jump back of the binder. There we go. There's 83. There's 82. And it looks like it's going to go there. But let's count off just to make sure. And we're on page, what was that? Page 82. Is that right? 734. So that's 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So that is right. Just double checking. Don't want to put the card in the wrong spot. Okay. 498 Pokemon left to get. And our stack is running kind of low. But we're still pushing forward. And numbers at 830. 830. Jump over to Gen. Scroll down. 830. Right there. We look at our chart, 830 is page 93. There we go. And let's see, where is this one going? Page 93. He is number 830. And it looks like we put another one that's already there. So, okay. But we're good. He's in there. So, everything works out. It all works out. So, did I have that marked to begin? Huh, I didn't. So, that's kind of... But it's all fixed now, so... 33... Yeah, 34 and 35. Okay, so we're on track. We're good. Looking at the numbers, everything looks like it's lining up. Okay, and we've got 764. Okay. 764. Let's find it. 764 Comfrey. There we go. Got it marked. 764 is page 85, so pretty close. There we go. And Comfrey 64 on page 85 should actually be right there. Slide him in spots. Okay, our next one is, what is that, 860? Jump back again, scroll down, 860, it says we have him already, so let's just double check and make sure. So page 96, that, flip over, and we look, and yes, he is already in the binder, so we are good. So, like I said, it never hurts to double check to make sure we've got him in there, so. But let's jump to our next Pokemon. Okay, number 601. So you guys can see. Jump Gen 5. And 601. Mark that. And 601 is going to be on page 67. Almost one page on page 67. Okay, and on page 67 it is going to be right there, correct? Yep, because he comes after. Slide that in. There we go. Okay, and that puts us down to 495 Pokemon left. Let's go back to the beginning. So yeah, 495 Pokemon left, with 530 Pokemon in the binder. Not bad, not bad. And we still got a little stack of Pokemon to go. As you can see, already doubling up there, so we can go ahead and pull that out. And let's go ahead and keep moving forward. Keep striving forward. Card number, come on, focus. There we go. Card number 401. There we go. Go right to it. There we go. And 401 is on page 45. 49. 45. Okay. On page 45. So that's 97, 98, 99, 400, 401. And it says we have an empty spot. So that is correct. There we go. And he is in the binder. Next card, going to the binder, number 341. 341. That is Gen 3. 341. There we go. And 341 is page 38. I think it's the second to last spot. That would be correct. And get that right there. And 493 Pokemon left. We are knocking a little dent into it. And our next one, which is 509. Okay. Gen 5, yes. 509. There we go. And looking at the spreadsheet, 509 is page 57. So we'll jump to page 57. And 57, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it says that one is before it. It should go in the middle of these two. There we go. Like I said, it'd be nice to get a card on every page. There is a few pages that don't have cards, but we are working our way there. We will continue to keep doing this and making our way through the cards. So let's go to the next one. 375. Look him up. 375. We do need a big little gap right there, so he may be on a page by himself. 375 is page 42. 342. Almost on a page by himself. So he's got a friend to join with him right there. Okay, so page 42, so that's 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, there should be 4 spots ahead of that one. There we go. And our next contestant for the binder, number 193. 193. Scroll up a little bit. 193 is right there. And he is on page 22. 21. 22. And he will be in spot 4 right before Booper. There we go. Nice. Nice little added there. 490 Pokemon left to go, but we are not going to get there today. It is going to be a long process that we will continue to work on. Card 441. Jump over to Gen 4, scroll down, we're looking for card 441, which is right there that we do need. Look at our spreadsheet. 441 is the last card on page 49. Flip to page 49. It is the last card. If we look, there should be 3 empty spots before it, which you can see 1, 2, 3, so that is correct in the right spot. Okay, next card. There we go. Love this, which is number 370. 370, Gen 3. We'll scroll for. Love this. Gonna go. This is gonna be in between 2 Pokemon, and 370 is page 42. Pretty close. Pretty close. Okay. Ooh, something. Are we right? Are we on the right page? It says we have that Pokemon. Do we not? Or no, is he here? That's where he is. Okay. Number 370 on page 42 is actually the first one. Okay. So it goes right before and a second after. But he is 4. Yeah. And Relican behind him. Okay. So that's right. So that is correct. And our next Pokemon adding to the binder, number 304. And 304. There we go. 304 is going to be on page 34. 35, 34. And should be right there, but let's do the count just to make sure. On page 34. That's 98, 99, 3, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that is correct. That is where he is going to live. Just to make sure that card was in the right spot. I do want to check every now and then, because you never know. We all make mistakes. And it looks like we're down to the final 2 Pokemon. Okay. So 447. Add him into the binder. That's going to be Gen 4, 447. There we go. 447 is going to be page 50. And I'm going to guess he goes right there. Somehow I'm thinking that is his spot. But let's count it just to be sure. 42 for 3 for 4 for 5 for 6. 47. That is correct. Just helps to make sure all the other Pokemon are in the right spot. If you have an empty spot before, which we do, then watch out. Okay, so we are now at our last Pokemon that is going into the binder today. Okay, focus, there we go, and you are number 396. 396. Hey, welcome in, Hungry Hollow. Just doing some updates on the Pokédex binder. So, 396, so let's find Gen 4. Scroll up. Look at the 396 right there. And we shall pull up our spreadsheet. We're looking for 396, which looks like it's going to be the last card on page 44. It shows us there, so do that. So the last card on page 44. Oh, there's 41, there's 43, 44. And if we look, it does say that it's a card right after him, so that lines up and that works. So there we go. And if we go back all the way back to the beginning here, show us that we have a total of 540 Pokemon in the binder so far. We still need 485 Pokemon to add to complete this, but we've definitely come a long way. So we added, what, roughly a little over 40 Pokemon today, so not a bad haul. So let's go ahead and we'll flip back to the beginning. We'll just kind of flip through the binder just so we can have a look at what's in the binder. Like I said, Gen 1 is so close. We're only missing 7 cards from the first generation. So kind of flip through, show what we got. A lot of Japanese, there's English, we've got some old cards, we got yellow borders. So got a nice little collection of a little bit of everything in here. So kind of just flip through. Let's see what's in the binders. Do have some nice full art cards in here also, our rare cards. Like I said, eventually we're going to go through and we'll update all the cards, try to make them all fancy. So, but right now we're just going with what we got. We do got EXs in here also, so it's a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. Oh, and of course you got my favorite Pokemon, you got Snorlax. Let me show you, see without the glare. There we go. Nice little card. I missed my other, where's my other one? Oh, knocking everything. Move that back up. Okay, there we go. I don't think we have a fancy one. Let's see. Kind of look. We'll keep going. Okay, then you jump over into Gen 2, which is a lot less, but still kind of shows what we've got. So, not too bad, not too bad. Go through. Like I said, we do have some nice full art cards in here. So eventually we will upgrade a lot of them. Some pages only have one card on them, 2 on others. So it'd be nice to have at least a card on every page. So I think we still do have a few pages that don't have a card on them. But we are getting there. We are getting there. Nice little card there. I know it's hard to see with the number, but once the book is complete, the numbers will come out and disappear. So, see, we still have a lot to go, but we are definitely getting closer. Definitely getting closer. You got the empty page there, but we are working on it, so we are still pushing forward. There, not too bad. So that was the only empty page we've come to so far. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, keep flipping here. forward. Okay, so we do have another empty page there. So that's 2. But that's still, like I said, it's still work in progress, so it's still not too bad. Is that our V-Star we got up there in the corner? Yep, V-Star. So we got a little bit of V-Stars, EXs, regulars, reverse hollows. There's a few, not Master Balls, but Pokeball cards in there. Nice little card there. So you guys can see, got the clear. There. Keep going. But overall, not a bad collection. It's getting there. Definitely getting there. But we will continue to keep working on this. I will say the next project that I do want to start, I do want to work on the Destined Rivals. That is my new obsession that I will be trying to work on. I do want to complete that set. I am still working on the Team Rocket set. I'm still missing quite a few of the holo cards from that. But that is a work in progress because Team Rocket was my favorite set. Technically, it's still my favorite set. So, of course, you know I've got to collect Destined Rivals, and we've got to complete that. So we will try to master that set, but it may be a long progress because the way prices are right now, especially pre-orders and stuff, I cannot justify paying that much for cards right now that are that expensive. But we will work on getting that sets. So, and we're up to page 85. Keep looking through. Not too bad, not too bad. And another blank page. So the blank pages are becoming far and few between. So that is a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. Start to see some more Pokemon. You can tell that I think the later edition we definitely have a lot more Pokemon of. And we are now at page 100. Oh, Coco's sitting there all by himself looking lonely. Flip over. There we go. And on page 104, 105. And there we go. Those pages are pretty close to almost being complete. And we're almost to the end. There's that. And we've got 2 more pages. There we go. And our last page of the last Pokemon. There we go. So, and that is 1025. So we have the last Pokemon in the sets. And if we flip all the way back to the beginning, back to page number 1, the first Pokemon in the set. So that is our Pokédex, and that is the progress that we have so far on it. We did empty all the cards today that we were going through, so I will have to go through more, start restocking, so we can do this again, and you can join this on the Pokédex challenge that we are going through. So with that, close binder. Thanks to Voltex, this nice massive binder, and like I said, thanks to the Pokemon Godfather, who was the one who set this challenge up for a bunch of us on Instagram, and that is still going for a lot of us, but the challenge has been completed by somebody. But I'm still pushing through. I'm still going to keep going. We're going to finish this binder one way or the other, and we will keep pushing forward and moving on. But that will end us for today. So I do want to thank you all for being here and taking the time to watch. If you were here live or if you're watching back as the video afterwards, thank you. I appreciate you all. And we will see you on the next stream. Have a great day, great evening, a great weekend, and catch you later. Lost Hero Games signing off.